Hey, I'm RT and welcome back to RTsWorld. So, today I have a very nice attraction for you that you can build in your casino building to attract even more customers and to get a lot of people loading your chunks if you have casinos that rely on some kind of chunk loading activity. And yeah, it is the Fountain of Luck, and I did a similar concept and I will link it to you in the info card section of another Fountain of Luck where you can win a 50% chance at casino token, but yeah, feel free to click on the info card after you watch this video. And yeah, now to this Fountain of Luck. So first of all, we can win here, as you can already tell, some diamonds and some emeralds. You also saw it in the preview of this build. And what it basically does is we have here a nice fountain in the middle, we have 4 droppers at the bottom, they are filled to the brim with emeralds and diamonds, and of course you could use any other, I don't know, price you want. So if you don't want to be that spendy on prices and that generous to your customers, feel free to put in there some gold or some iron. I'm pretty sure that people will still wait around and load your chunks if you need to. So this is perfectly fitting for any multiplayer world applications where you basically want to load chunks. Maybe you have some automatic farms with some animals or some sugarcane, or I don't know what. If you need something chunk loaded, make sure to put that one into your building. And it's also very nice if you put, for example, 2 of those in your main hall or in your main entrance hall. And this video will consist out of 2 parts. The first part will be the explanatory part, so I will explain to you how I fitted all this nice redstone tech behind this 15 by 15 platform. And the second video will be a block by block tutorial over there where I show you block by block how to build this fountain exactly in your world. But first of all, what is the concept behind it? The concept is we have here 8 lamps or 8 sections, whereas 4 sections are 1 lamp and the other 4 sections are 2 lamps. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if all 8 of them are lit, we can press this button here. And if we do so, it will spit out some prices, and I can show it to you. And afterwards all lights will turn off and we have now our prices here. And then the circle will gradually fill itself up again. So as you can see here, this time it's pretty fast, and I intentionally put it that fast that we can speed up everything while we have the tutorial here. If you want to replicate this, basically keep in mind that we have here 8 diamonds or emeralds now inside, and these 8 emeralds constantly switch hoppers. And by doing so, they remove this redstone block and therefore powering and depowering this torch. And even every time this torch powers, we have here another section lit up. And then we can press the button again and it will reset itself, and then the process starts all over again. But keep in mind that this is not practically for your application. With 8 items in there, usually do 1 stack, which is 25 seconds, and times 8, that would be around 3.5 minutes or so. And if you do 5 stacks, which would I recommend, is like putting everything here filled up to the brim, and that takes 2.1 minute per segment to light on. So 8 segments, 2.1 minute, you end up with around 17 minutes in this case. So I would suggest that. So you have around above 15 minutes or so. It's a little bit above 15 minutes that your chunks have to be loaded, that this fountain turns on. So what does it do? Every time an item gets moved over, we have here a signal strength line which constantly is increasing the signal strength. And I will again reset the contraption now. As you can see here, we have now signal strength 0, and then we gradually build it up to 2, then to 4, then to 5, then to 7, then to 8, and so on, until we end up with a signal strength of 13. And signal strength 13 represents 8 non-stackable items in a dropper. So we have here 8 stone swords in total, and if all 8 stone swords are moved to the left, and I can speed this up now a little bit. If all 8 of them are moved to the left, we have here everything lit, and basically the light blue lines connect just the lamps to those outputs. That's not that complicated. And then we have here also this purple line, and the purple line ensures that this clock will also stop. So if you're on a server, this clock won't run indefinitely. If nobody's around and nobody claims the rewards, this clock will stop. As you can see here, it will stop at some point and won't draw any server performance. The next thing I want to explain to you is the button. This button here is the orange line. It simply wires down here, and if the last segment is lit, so the 8th one, this one, this piston will move down, so this connection can be established. And if this connection is established, we can see that this torch depowers, powering this rapid fire clock here with a lot of redstone torches. They fire then this redstone line here, they make some sounds and power those droppers on this side and also here over there on the other side. And what it additionally does, if we press the button, it will start this pulse extender, powering this piston, firing this observer clock here, and resetting all those stone swords. And I can present it to you by just pressing this button here. It will fire like 8 times and all the 8 items will get moved to the right. And yeah, as you can see here, now I will demonstrate it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's now all the items in there, and we can look up after the video. You can see or how little lamps there will be lit, since the tutorial should not take a whole circle to complete. So yeah, I guess everything is now explained. So it's not that hard to build it actually. It's also not that space demanding, so it's pretty compact. And yeah, I will see you in a second when we build this thing together. Welcome to the block by block tutorial, and we will start off with a 15 by 15 platform, and I pre-built some features into this platform, and I will now hover over this structure and you can pause at any second. Feel free to pause and build the structure by yourself. Make sure that the lamps are in the correct order, make sure that the emerald blocks are there, and of course you can take any liberties in case of materials. Feel free to take any materials you want, but make sure to have solid blocks where I have solid blocks, otherwise you could run into issues with powering those lamps. Then we have to grab ourselves some concrete and some emerald blocks, and we alter them simply like that. And make sure to edit row by row, just alter everything like I do here. So then we have emerald blocks in the floors, like that. All those droppers are filled with your item of choice, so make sure to fill them however you want. And then we want to make sure we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high pillar out of this prismarine wall. And then we already can start to fill this up. Make sure to always waterlock the prismarine wall as well. Like this, and then simply put 2 up like this. Golden pressure plate, and we're completely done with the fountain. And from here on we can already start with this button here. We have here the button, so we need the orange one, the orange wool there. And from here we reference all the other redstone components. First we want to block down over there, put 2 pieces of orange wool, another block down, and then we want to grab ourselves some more redstone components here, including a piston. We have here a repeater, we have here a piston that has orange wool on top or beneath it. Then we want to grab some yellow wool, and for the yellow wool we go 1 block to this side, put redstone on there, another block, redstone torch, and then we want to build 2 blocks, put there 4 redstone torches, replace the 3 blocks in the floor with the redstone and put 2 on top. And now if we remove this torch here, we should have a redstone clock that is rapidly firing. Put the torch back in place. And from here on we're gonna basically dig down. We have here repeater set to 4 ticks. We have magenta wool. Make sure to basically go beneath this whole contraption here. And we should end up directly under this corner piece here. Then clear a 2 by 3 area like this, and then remove a few blocks into this direction. Next up we simply want to wire everything up like that. We have here some pulse extenders. After we build this pulse extender we have to build a redstone dust, we have to put a repeater on maximum delay. Then we want to grab ourselves a sticky piston, a observer facing into this direction, observer facing into the other direction, so they form a clock if they basically touch each other. Then we have here a piece of redstone dust, another piece of redstone dust, and a block of magenta wool. And from here on we can already put in the droppers facing into each other, where the stone swords will go afterwards. But first of all we have to put in the green circuit with a redstone torch at the block, redstone comparator, block, redstone dust. Then we want to grab some hoppers. And into those hoppers we can put now some emeralds, or it doesn't matter, we can put there any block. We will simply go with some magenta wool, and I will go with 8 items again, so it's a little bit faster to demonstrate afterwards. Then we want to grab ourselves a redstone block, put it on there, some pistons, like this, and one of them should extend, and then we already have this clock going forth and backwards. So then we simply want to make sure that we stop. I guess I used the purple wool here, yeah. We want to stop this now, since it's annoying, the noises. I want to prevent it in the tutorial. And next up we want to grab ourselves a redstone comparator. It will sit right here against this block, reading the output of this dropper. And then we have here this lime wool, where we simply block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we simply put redstone on top of those green blocks. And we should also be right on the edge of this 15x15 platform, also here right at the edge, so it's completely beneath the platform and you don't see it from above. So next up is to power those droppers here. We have to put in here a repeater and there a repeater. Then we want to build a structure that looks kind of like this. So we place redstone here everywhere. Also do it on this side, like that. And then simply connect it like this, put here a repeater. So they should fire now once, all of them. So we have now 4 items here on the top. And thereby you can check if everything works. So next up we want to place in ourselves the lights. So the first light we want to power is this one, because we go counterclockwise. And this one will be the 8th block, the 8th section, this one will be the first section. So we have to put in this section first. So actually I will start over here. Next up we have a look at these droppers here. We put in a stone sword into the first one, thereby making a signal strength of 2 here, repeater. And from here on we want to go straight forward like that. And we should end up here in this block, torch. And then simply connect everything up. And by doing so, this lamp should now stay on. If I remove this repeater here, the lamp should go off again. So that's how you can check if you're doing everything correctly. Next up, we're gonna duplicate this sword here, put in a second one, and take the signal strength 4 output. And here we put a block in there. We're gonna take a torch up like this, and we're gonna go forward like that. And we want to end up directly here at this block that should power this lamp here. Actually, sorry, we have to go one over like this. So there's a full block. And then we simply power everything like that. Now it should be powered. And the next stone sword, the third one, will be here. 2 repeaters. And from here on, we have to power this block over there, and by doing so we have to put in a torch like that, and then to prevent it from connecting we can put a repeater in there so it doesn't connect to that line. And from here we simply go up one like this, like that, and put a piece of redstone there. So now the torches are on and the lamps are on. So third section light up, perfect. Next one, duplicate it again, 4th sword. We want to grab this output here. We want to power that lamp, so we go just right, left, and a block. So the next lamp is lit. Next one, the 5th one, again, 2 repeaters. We have to put in a lamp or a configuration like this, like that, and simply connect everything up. So that's not working, it's now off, so we have to replace it with a torch and put a block on top. Next segment is lit, so then we have the 6th one. For the 6th one, we just want to take this output here. We want to reach this lamp over there, so make sure that we simply go there like that, Perfect, that's super easy. Then the second to last one, the 7th one, is here again. So 2 pieces of repeaters. For this double lamp we place in the block, redstone torches, and then we wanna go in from the side like that. And we have to simply connect now this line with that line. Make sure that everything is now like this, so they're now lit. And the last one, if we put in the last stone sword, the 8th one, we can simply grab an output over there, and we're gonna take this output like that, put the redstone line in, make sure to use repeaters here, that you don't interfere with the other line, and from here on we simply block up to reach this lamp here. Over there we will need a slab. Doesn't matter which slab you take, but it has to be a slab like this. And we have to also block it from going down with an orange one. But now the redstone can still travel up beneath it, but not down like that. So there we simply put in another redstone line like this. So that's now the last segment, and this last segment also powered the piston, which is great. And from here on we simply have to connect this line there with this line here. And to do so we want to grab this redstone, we want to invert the signal with a torch, and from here on we want to make sure that there is a repeater above this torch, repeater above this torch, and the repeater over here. So we put in the redstone like this, and now everything should be fine. And the error I made was simply putting here a piece of redstone, but it has to be over there, so then the prices will spit out correctly. And now we can also place in the note blocks 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6 on this one, and we can simply repeat the pattern over there, 1 there, 1 there. So, and if we press now the button, yeah, you can see by the diamonds I tested a little bit. It took me some time to figure out what's the problem, but that's how you solve the problems. So if we press now the button, nice, look at that nice rain of diamonds and emeralds. And now the clock already starts again to fill up completely all the 8 segments. Yeah, and that's basically how you build it. And as promised, we did not fill the whole circle here on this side. Even I misplaced a lot of blocks and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoyed this Fountain of Luck. I guess it's a really nice feature to have in your casino. And of course, if you want to play around with this Fountain of Luck, or if you run into any issues during the build and want to make sure that the block by block tutorial you followed was correct and want to check it if you made some mistake anyway, make sure there's a Word download in the video description. Make sure to try it out if you want to. And also feel free to suggest some video ideas if you have some. And with that, there's only one thing left to say, and it is thank you for watching. Thank you so much for all of you people that watch my videos. I really appreciate that, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!